Good morning, students. How are you? Hope doing well at your home and physically fit and doing physical education work and learning what are the questions given at your homework sheet or worksheet. In a previous lecture, I had told you about motor activities or motor development in children. In that in that lecture, three categories already has been divided according to the age and how these three categories help children in motor development. Hope you have understand the meaning of motor development, the movement of muscles, bones and physical activities in various sports and fields lead to a good motor development of a student. Today I am going to teach you about how these things are affected or factors affecting motor development. Factors that affect the development of a child during these three growing ages: early childhood, second is middle childhood, third is late childhood from 11 to 12 years and above. Factors that affect in development or motor development of a child, one of them is nutrition. Nutrition play a vital role in development of a child and motor development, motor activities of a child. Commonly we can understand like this way: if a child is not getting enough food or a proper balanced diet food, naturally he is unable to grow properly, do work properly. If he is getting just from a childhood a better nutritious food, he will be able to do all his motor skills or physical activity in a better way rather than a child getting a not nutritious or a balanced diet food. I had already told you about why nutrition play an important role in a development or a motor development in a child. Second is physical activity. Physical activity, what we think about physical activity or what you understand about physical activity. As we say physical activity, generally a common thing came in our mind and soul, it about games, how we can play games, or there are various games. Physical activity helps a lot in development of a child, motor development. Without physical activity, motor development is, we cannot think about a physical, without physical activity that you can develop or a child can develop a motor skills in his own game or while playing or development of a child. Taking part in a regular physical activity, it enhances the child's activity or it increases the capacity of doing work. It has been seen that a child taking part regular in physical activities develop motor skills or motor development is in faster rate those who are not taking part regular in physical activity. And a child not taking part in a physical activity, it has seen that motor activity of that child activity delays in a development or a motor development in a child. As he tries to take part in physical activity gradually or in a coming time motor activity or motor development increase by taking regular part in physical activity. That's why in our school we have regular physical activities in various forms or various kinds. We are having inter school volleyball championships are there. For class first, second and third we are having PTs, mass PTs, free hand exercise, and sometimes we are having athletics also for them. All these things combined and lead to a physical development or a motor development of a child. Few minutes before I had told you about nutrition and physical activity. And third most important is opportunities. What type of opportunities should be given to our children that they may involve in a physical activity or develop motor development is there. It is well known fact that children who get ample opportunities means more and more opportunities doing physical activities or playing games or taking part. More and more opportunities if we give to a child. In fact, opportunities to participate in physical activities or in motor activities give a better chance to develop or developing sensory motor abilities. And I would like to explain you about what are sensory motor abilities. Sensory motor abilities are the motor development in the child or a process where a child gains use and coordination of his or her muscles, just like arms, legs, coordination of hands, and begins to experience the environmental through the sight, sound, taste, or smell. I would like to give you one example that a coordination of sound or a coordination of eyes. When a child is taking part in a relay race, there are 4 members in each team and they are coordinating with each of the other teammates, and as he hears about a sound for starting the relay, a child runs and coordinates with the baton to the other, and second with other. There is a coordination of sound and eye coordination, and 4 of these children, they are involved in motor activities. And how they are involved in motor development activities? By sharing batons, running as fast as they can, trying to achieve some place first, second or third in a relay race. Sensory impairments. Few minutes before I had given you example of what are sensory motor abilities. I had given you some of the examples of sensory motor abilities. Sensory impairments. Sensory impairments such as visual impairments, hearing impairments are likely to affect motor development in a children. And how they can affect a motor development in a children? Suppose A following instruction are given to a child and he is unable to hear. The what instruction that has been given? Motor activity becomes more difficult. If a child is unable to hear, what instruction is given to that child, it is very difficult that he will be able to do a proper motor activities. Same with blind impairment. If a blind child or a child who is visually low, may definitely he will slow the process of motor development. Visual impairment also slow down the process of motor development. We can conclude that if a child, if there are no sensory impairment in a children or in a child, then they will have a better motor development. For a better motor development, it is very essential while taking part in physical activities or opportunities that has been given during the development of a child, that a child should have a proper hearing ability, and a side by side it should also have a visual abilities also, for implementing various instruction that may lead better motor development in a child in a coming days. Postural deformities. Postural deformities in children also affect their motor development. Any postural deformities, just like for example flat foot. Generally we see a flat footed child, he is unable to run properly. And second is knock knees. While doing various exercise, various free hand exercise or drills, knock knees, a child suffering from knock knees, he is unable to do a proper physical activity. Bow legs. Bow legs are legs that are like a curve, or we can understand it is just like a C. The bone, that this is the deformities of a bone, create hindrance or obstacles in a child in a path of motor development. In the absence of postural deformities, motor development in the children take place in a faster rate. If a child is not having any postural deformities, I had already told you about what are postural deformities. The motor development, if he is not having postural deformities, the motor development in the child can take place in a faster rate. Obesity and being overweight. We had already witnessed or seen a child overweight. He is rather than slow in doing physical activity, or he do not want to do any physical activity. Overweight become a barrier to a child suffering from overweight to do various physical activities. It means that children who are overweight or obese are not enthusiastic to do any motor activity. Even they do not take interest in doing motor activity, skills, or any physical activity. We had seen that such type of children, if they are trying to do, they take more and more time in doing physical activity rather than a physically fit child is doing.